On the phone line. Mr. Tienezen, you were saying, looking at the cabinet, good and bad. From the DA's perspective, is the incoming of Patricia de Lille a real slap in the face? So someone your party discarded, elevated on a national stage, given a ministerial post?
No, it's not a slap in the face, but I think it completely confirms what we had said to voters in the Western Cape, particularly during the election, that a vote for good was going to be a vote for the ANC, and this appointment has simply proven that good was an ANC project in the Western Cape to destabilise the DA and try and get us out of power, particularly in the Western Cape provincial legislature. That didn't work, and obviously Mr. Lille's being rewarded by the President for the work during that particular election.
Is that not possibly sour grapes? I mean, she wouldn't have known it's the President's prerogative to call her.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's sour grapes. None of us wanted to serve in the President's cabinet, so I don't think sour grapes applies in this instance.
All right, so you are Chief Whip, a new caucus chosen, Deputy Jacques Julius, caucus Chair Annelien Lotritz, I think that's how you say it, her Deputy Hanne Voorsen, NCOP Leader Kathy Labuschagne. It seems like nice female representation. It doesn't sound like it. I'm not aware of race. Were you worried about diversity at all in your parliamentary representation?
Well, of course, we always worry about diversity because diversity is one of the key founding values of the DA alongside freedom, fairness and opportunity. And so it's something that we're very mindful of, that when people look at the DA, they must see something of themselves represented in the leadership. And I think that we've been able to achieve a very good balance, both on gender and on race and on geography. So Africans from all parts of the country, from all backgrounds, different religions. And I think that's the beauty of the DA, One South Africa for All, bringing different communities together around a common set of shared values and principles. And I think it's reflected in the caucus leadership that has been elected today, which is diverse and I think speaks very well to that principle.
Has Helen Zille complicated this issue for the party? So she was making this argument recently that diversity was good, but it led to this pressure on her to really reflect the demographics of the country. That was very bad, causing a ruckus again. I think people are confused. Where does the DA stand on this, on race?
Well, it's very clear where we stand on this, and that's why when we had our last Congress, we internalized diversity as one of the key new values that underpin everything we do as a party. So as I said, alongside the values of freedom, fairness and opportunity is diversity. The DA has to become a diverse party if we want to control and expand the centre, the rational centre of politics in South Africa. We've got to attract more South Africans who have not voted for us before, who have voted for other parties before, to the Democratic Alliance. You can only do that by becoming a big tent, a people's party, a Volkspartei, where you're able to bring people from different backgrounds and values together around a common shared set of values and principles, which you're then able to advance. Staying as a monochrome, a race group, or a cultural or language lager is never going to move you into the centre where you're able to expand and get elected into government. It's the goal of every party to get elected so that you're able to bring your policies and your program to bear and hopefully be able to present that alternative. That's very important for the DA, and diversity will remain a key priority for us as we move forward in building One South Africa for All.
But how does it play out? To what extent do you look at the racial makeup of society when then your caucus should be maybe at least 8 out of 10 people black versus white, or are you still trying to balance merit? How does it work?
No, we don't use crude quotas. That's what's got the ANC and I think South Africa into trouble. We organically go out to seek individuals from different communities who are talented and able to bring their talents to bear in the political arena. And every one of those people that was elected today is elected on merit. And they've got there not because of their race, but because they're talented individuals who just happen to be members of a certain race. But it is very important that we reach out to more and more South Africans across the board. And I certainly think if you look at the DA benches in Parliament, they're by far the most diverse party represented in the National Assembly today.
Finally, what's your strategy for the sixth parliament? So you don't have more MPs. The DA didn't expand. The EFF did. Patricia de Lille's there now. The ANC also stagnant. How are you going to get noticed? How are you going to change society? What's your plan?
Well, we are the second biggest party in South Africa, and we're the second biggest party by a long way in Parliament. We're double the size of our next biggest opposition party, the EFF, and we're going to use that status as the official opposition to clearly put on the table the alternative vision for South Africa. We believe that the key to unlocking the potential of the future is getting South Africa's economy moving and getting jobs created, which is why our leader is going to be tabling a jobs bill in Parliament as his first act. That will stimulate job creation in South Africa and get South Africans back to work again. We cannot sustain our country where 10 million South Africans are unemployed and don't have the opportunity of work. It's not sustainable, and we've got to obviously grow the economy and grow jobs in South Africa, and that's going to be the key message for us, but also showing South Africans that the rational centre in South African politics is where our future lies. Retreating into racial nationalist lagers or down radical paths of radical socialism that have taken countries like Venezuela and Zimbabwe to the brink are not the solutions for South Africa. The solutions lie around building an enterprise economy underpinned by aspiration and utilizing education as a big tool to drive that aspiration society. I think those are the key focuses going to be for us in the sixth parliament, and of course the other traditional roles of holding the executive accountable.
All right, thank you very much. That was the DA Chief Whip, John Steenhuisen, commenting on a ministerial post for Patricia de Lille and the new caucus election.